Hello fellow travelers and welcome back to our Fix Adventure. My name is Cynthia and today we're gonna make gluten-free banana pancakes. That's right, I'm gonna share with you my King Arthur gluten-free flour banana pancake recipe. I am so excited to share this with you. It's early on a Sunday morning, so if you'd like to join me in my kitchen, press the like button and let's get to work. Not only is my banana pancake recipe gluten-free, it is also dairy-free. I have these bananas in the freezer and I really need to use them up. So Mr. Biggs requested pancakes this week. Let's make some banana pancakes, gluten-free, dairy-free. I've got my almond milk right here from Aldi, and I'm actually gonna use some of these chocolate chips because these chocolate chips do not have dairy in them. So very excited about that. I've got my gluten-free flour, sugar, baking powder, vanilla, and a little bit of cinnamon. Let's go. To start out with, you're going to need 2 cups of gluten-free flour. I prefer King Arthur cup for cup gluten-free flour because it works the best for me, but whatever flour you choose is perfectly fine for this recipe. It's very forgiving. Let's start with 2 cups of flour. I know this is a wet measuring cup and I measured my dry ingredients, and if I was on Bakers versus Fakers, they would call me a faker for sure, but I don't mind. Next up, you'll need 1 full tablespoon of baking powder. I like to use a little bit of cinnamon in my pancakes. I think it just adds to the flavor. I'm going to fix up my mixer here and get my dry ingredients fluffed. A little bit of salt as well, just a pinch. Moving on to sugar, this is organic cane sugar. It's non-GMO and it is my favorite sugar from Aldi's, and it's not that much more expensive than a GMO beet sugar. I think pretty much any kind of sweetener in these pancakes would do just fine. Now we're going to put in 2 eggs, and I love my blue eggs from my Easter Egger hens. They are so yummy. I love to use those for baking. Let's throw in 1.5 cups of almond milk. The milk of your choice would be just fine. And I've got some vanilla just to help bump up the flavor a little bit more. Let's throw in those oogie bananas and get the mixer started. This is a great way to use up bananas that have gone past their date if you don't want to spend the time to make banana bread. I'm looking at my mixture here and I'm going to blop it out. Yeah, so it looks a little thin to me. I've been making pancakes since I was a really small girl. So I'm going to throw in 2 more heaping tablespoons of flour and see what I get. I've got my cast iron all nice and hot and ready on the stove. I like to put the chocolate chips in each individual pancake, and I even added some blueberries that I had in the freezer for a couple of the pancakes. I didn't think there was quite enough chocolate chips to go around. My cast iron skillet came from Jeremy's grandma, and she had it for years, so it is definitely a vintage piece. I only know how to make pancakes one way, and that is a huge batch. I used to have 2 big teenage boys who loved pancakes, so they would eat through that whole batch in one sitting. I did a little slow-mo on the real maple syrup for you. I love maple syrup and pancakes. It's one of my favorites, and I just microwaved some of the sausage that I had in my freezer to go with it. It turned out so delicious. I decided to have blueberries in my pancakes this morning. Let's give it a taste test for science. Super good. I always love a gluten-free, dairy-free pancake on a Sunday morning, and I've meal prepped enough of my frugal gluten-free pancakes to have all week for breakfast for Mr. Biggs, so I don't have to fuss in the morning. I can just microwave him a couple of pancakes and a sausage, and he's good to go. Mr. Big's favorite pancakes are banana chocolate chip pancakes, of gluten-free, of course, and I like to go dairy-free on his pancakes just because dairy tends to make him have a little bit of eczema. Here is my recipe, and I hope that you enjoy making these pancakes too. Thank you so much for joining me today in my kitchen to make my gluten-free, dairy-free banana pancakes. We added both chocolate chips and blueberries to the pancakes. I made enough for a whole week worth of breakfast. So that's part of my frugal, gluten-free meal prep and also meal plan. Thank you again, and remember everybody, life is an adventure, so enjoy your journey. Bye-bye.